what's in my Robinhood account, and will I close my Robinhood account? What up, YouTube? It's your boy Jermaine back with another video. This week has been absolutely insane in the stock market, and Robinhood has been caught up in the middle of the mix. And I'm not really gonna just sit here and make a video talking about exactly what happened with the Robinhood scenario. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen a lot of videos, and you have heard people repeat the whole story over and over and over. So I won't repeat the story for you. I'm going to answer two questions that I see a lot in the comments. A lot of people ask me these questions. The first one, Jermaine, what's in your Robinhood account? Every month or so, or every, couple months or half a year or something like that, I show what's in my Robinhood account. So I thought I would show what's in my Robinhood account, since so many people are talking about Robinhood. And since so many people are searching Robinhood and Robinhood this and Robinhood that and how to use Robinhood, and I'm trying to transfer money from Chase to Robinhood, it's just Robinhood. And there's a second question that I see quite often. Jermaine, are you going to switch from Robinhood? Like, are you going to, take your money and move it from Robinhood to a different broker? Thought I'd make a video talking about both of these things, and I'll answer a few other questions that you guys want to know once I get to showing the stocks that are in my portfolio. So let's go over to the Robinhood app here on my phone, Face ID, and we are at 97,000 plus. Oh my gosh. I want to say like last week, I had like up to 115,000 in here. Tesla, which is my largest holding here, Tesla has fallen quite a bit. Tesla was around $888 like last week or this week. And Tesla has, fallen quite a bit. I'm not going to really talk about Tesla too much because you guys know Tesla is like my largest holding. And I am pretty stoked to have Tesla. I'm pretty stoked to buy Tesla back in the day when it was really, really low. My average cost on Tesla is a whopping $56.77, which is amazing. It's great. It's good. Next holding is Beyond Meat. This is a really, really big one. Maybe I'll talk a little bit more about Beyond Meat and my bullish thesis on Beyond Meat. I'm sort of freestyling this video, so like I haven't made a video in a couple days. I've just been doing lives, so let's just sit back and sit and chat with you guys. So Beyond Meat, I like Beyond Meat for a lot of reasons. Number one, I look at Beyond like I look at Coca-Cola, Pepsi. You know how like if you go ask any random person on the street, have you ever heard of Coca-Cola? Have you ever heard of Pepsi? Chances are they know of Coca-Cola. They know of Pepsi. I believe that in the future, Beyond Meat could be a company like this. Now, I do want to say this, guys. This is not financial advice. I'm literally just showing you guys the stocks that are in my portfolio. I'm not telling you guys to go out and buy any of these. I am just going to, give some of the reasons why I picked some of these stocks that I have, because, if I say, hey, Beyond Meat's my second largest position, people may wonder, like, why? And the reason why it is because I believe, Beyond is just going to continue to grow. There's a lot more restaurants that they can sell their products in. There's a lot more convenience stores they can sell their products in. There's also more products in the pipeline for them. If you take a food space, like, okay, you take a car company, right? Like a Ford or a GM. They're always making new cars. They're making new products, right? They'll make a truck, right? Ford F-150. And then after, 4 or 5 years, 6 years, they'll redesign their truck and make a new truck. So if you got the old truck, it'll make you want to buy a new truck, right? So it's like, cool, I'm about to get a new truck. Well, in the food space, that doesn't really work that way. DiGiorno, they made those DiGiorno pizzas like years ago. And guess what? People are still waking up saying, I want a DiGiorno pizza. You take, Oreos. Oreos haven't changed their recipe in freaking years. And guess what? People still wake up and be like, yeah, I want to go down and give me some Oreos. This is how I look at Beyond Meat. I look at this as like, this is a play that can see a lot of innovation. And this is why I'm jumping on Beyond Meat. 150 shares in this account. And, it's been a really, really good week for Beyond Meat so far, up 31%. And once again, this is a long-term hold for me. It's one I really haven't been paying attention to this week. For the most part, I haven't really been paying attention to majority of these stocks I'm going to talk about. We'll talk about the stocks that I've been paying attention to this week in a minute, but let's just go down the list. Next, we have Blink Charging. Blink charging was a complete spec play for me. If you guys are just watching this video for the first time, you're just watching me. Blink charging was a complete spec play. I bought blink charging because Tesla was so expensive back in March, June, April, March, somewhere around that time. I remember getting blink charging. I bought blink charging in multiple accounts. And in this account, I got a blink charging at, what was it? My average cost is, why am I going all the way down when my average cost is right here at the top? Average cost was $2.23. And I'm actually up. This is my largest position that I'm up on. I'm up over 2,100% on, which is insane. If we go back to Tesla, which is my largest holding, I'm only up about 1,200%. Well, Tesla's fallen a little bit. I believe towards the highest, my my highest holdings where Tesla was like, I think it was like 1,600% I was up. But Blink Charging was one of those companies. I didn't buy that many shares. I think I have about 700 shares of Blink Charging at all under about $3, about $3 average price, because I bought them in different accounts. It was just a spec play. And this is now my third largest position. It was my second largest position up until Beyond Meat this past week. And then last week I bought like 50 more shares of Beyond Meat. So now this puts Blink Charging at number 2. But I like Blink Charging because this is just so much in the money for me. Like, this position is so deep in the money, and it's an amazing position. And also with the new person that is sitting in the White House, they are a very big fan of, the EV and the green space and, like, building out the infrastructure. And Blink Charging is like one of those stocks that's kind of in the whole infrastructure game, because as more and more people get electric cars, Blink Charging is going to have more and more charging locations, and they're probably going to be selling their charging device that you can install in your garage. And I'm pretty sure different apartment complexes, like apartment buildings and stuff like that, they may want to invest in the Blink charger so that people that are living there can charge their car with the Blink charger. So that is Blink. Next one on the list is Dropbox. Dropbox was number 2 position, but I've just been selling off Dropbox and selling off Dropbox and selling off Dropbox, and now it's like way down here at like number 4 position. And I'm pretty sure the Real, which is right under Dropbox, is going to pass Dropbox soon. Dropbox is kind of one of those plays that I want to park money into because I don't necessarily want to miss the rise of Dropbox. I also look at the yearly chart, and it's not up that much. And I just feel that Dropbox is very underrated, and people are just sleeping on Dropbox. If you use Dropbox and if you use like the files and all that stuff, you get very hooked on Dropbox, and it's very difficult to like go from Dropbox and like take all your stuff over to like Google Drive. Like, that would be difficult. I mean, you could do it, but it would be really, really difficult. And also, Dropbox has HelloSign, which is pretty awesome in this new digital world that we're in, where like there is no more social interacting and there is no like paper signatures. You just like sign digitally on the internet. So that's another reason why I'm in Dropbox. I don't want to miss the opportunity. That's all. That's the reason why I'm in Dropbox. Don't want to miss the opportunity. Next one is the Real. Look at this trend. Everything's down today. By the way, everything's down except for, we're going to get farther down the list in a minute. But we have the Real. The Real is another San Francisco startup. They're pretty much kind of like an eBay for luxury clothing. And I don't really even want to say luxury clothing so much. Like, if you're a guy, you're probably not going to want to go to the Real and get some, used shoes or something like that. Or you might not want to just go to the Real and buy their clothing. However, one cool thing that I think a lot of people are sleeping on with the Real is the Real, yeah, they do have consignment clothing, which I'm not so hyped up about. However, there are a lot of people that are hyped up about it. I don't really want to buy consignment clothing, but I like the fact that Real has a lot of like jewelry and accessories like that. For example, if you want to get like a Cartier bracelet or like a Cartier watch or something like that, or like a Rolex or something like that, check out the Real. That you can get a nice used Rolex for like a good price. You know what I mean? Like, you won't necessarily break the bank. And the cool thing about the Real, you're not buying it off of eBay. Like, on eBay, there's that opportunity that you can get scammed by the seller. But with the Real, you're basically buying it from a company. And, someone sells it to Real. And when Real buys it, they inspect it, make sure it's authentic, and then they list it on their website. So it's like legit. And I see a lot of potential in Real. Real is sort of bobbing and weaving. It's a little down for the month, but also this week has been a crazy week in the stock market. Let's continue going down this list. Next is Crispr. A lot of people were talking about this stock from my last video. A lot of people were talking about this stock. If you don't know about this stock, this is a company from Switzerland, and they specialize in gene editing technology. Basically, they are working on sort of this gene editing technology where, like, you know, let's say your kid is born, and your kid is born with something like asthma. They're working on ways to reverse engineer the asthma so that, like, your kid can be born with asthma, and then over time, less than 2 years, your kid doesn't have asthma anymore. Or let's say let's say you have a baby that's born blind. They're working in ways of, like, gene editing where, like, you can make a blind baby see. Now, these things are going to be a little bit farther along the line. However, this company did cure a person for the disease sickle cells, which is pretty big throughout the continent of Africa. So, like, I think this is pretty awesome that this company is working on, like, gene editing technology. And just think about this, guys. Just think about if some of these biotech companies, if some of these gene editing companies, if they can do things like add life to a person, okay? Just think about this for a second. If a company that is, you know, making, like, that's editing genes, just imagine if they get to a point where they can add life to a person. Okay. Now, this may sound a little sci-fi right now in 2021, but in 2040, this may not sound so sci-fi. Okay. We have companies like Apple. They made the iPhone, and the iPhone has changed a lot of people's lives. All right. You got Tesla right now. Tesla's making electric cars that are cheaper to operate, that are clean for the environment. You can drive the car in a parking garage, and you don't have to hold your breath, because if you ever driven an ice car in a parking garage, or you ever been standing in a parking garage and someone's driving an ice car and they drive by you and you can barely breathe because all the exhaust is coming out of the back of the car. Like, I'm just dorking out here. But anyway, Tesla, they're changing the world, okay? Apple, they're changing the world. But just imagine if a company can add life to someone, okay? Just imagine if someone's sick grandmother, 70 years old, now their grandmother can live to be 90 years old. That's what I'm looking at. I mean, if you think people were buying iPhones, and if you think that was a hot thing, just imagine, like, when this technology is cheaper and cheaper and cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. Oh man, we're going to be living in a whole nother world. And when some of these tests come back, you know, these trials come back, I think I want to be in the stock before the results come back. Before the results come back. So there's another reason why I'm jumped into Crispr. Microsoft is another one. Now, once I get past Crispr, the rest of these stocks past Microsoft, Microsoft, Upwork, Alti Bounties here, AMD, these are such a small percentage of the portfolio that, like, I don't really include them that much, because, you know, it's less than $1,000 for Microsoft. So, like, that's a very small percentage of the portfolio. So these are just kind of stocks that, like, they're not really doing anything for the account. They're kind of just there for placeholders. So we're going to continue to go down. We're going to get to the juicy stocks right here, because this is probably what you guys come to see. So what we have here is we got GameStop. All right. Now, I know a lot of people may dislike this video. A lot of people might click off this video now because I'm getting to GameStop. And this video was, you know, supposed to be about what's in my Robinhood account. And the GameStop is in my Robinhood account. GameStop is not an investment for me. No, it's a gamble. It's a gamble. I, you know, invested in GameStop earlier this week. I lost some money on GameStop. I think I lost like $6,000 on GameStop. And then I made some money back on GameStop off of buying some Dogecoin. And then I also made a total of like $3,000 off Dogecoin yesterday. So I got a little bit of that $6,000 back. And then I also sold Naked, which was another stock, like another penny stock that Robinhood like banned because they did not want their traders to buy more penny stocks to hurt their other investors in Wall Street. So they, you know, banned, you know, a lot of stocks from being traded on Robinhood so that their friends in New York can buy up those stocks at a cheaper price. So their friends in New York wouldn't, just completely lose their crap. So they blocked their other friends, the people that use the Robinhood app, the people that are retail traders. So Robinhood blocked us. So, I lost like $6,000, but then it ended up making back about $3,000 off of the Dogecoin. And then after Dogecoin, I made another $1,600 off of Naked. Once again, this was a freaking gamble. This was not an investment. This was, I think this stock is going to go up. And yeah, I was right. It freaking doubled in value. And I was able to get in and cash out. Now, back with Dogecoin, I'm talking about Dogecoin here. Okay, this is just a part of the video where I'm just going to go back and forth from Dogecoin to GameStop to AMC. So just bear with me here. But back with Dogecoin. So I just got into Dogecoin, and one problem I had with the Robinhood app, right? When I bought Dogecoin, it was at one particular price, okay? I don't exactly remember what price it was, but I believe it was at like 2 cents when I bought Dogecoin, okay? Now, when I say 2 cents, it's like 0.02.1. And then 2.3, and then 2.7, but it's still 2 cents, but it's like 2 cents 7 or 2 cents and 1. So basically, when I bought into Dogecoin, the price that I bought in, maybe I bought in at 3 cents. It did not fill my order until the price went all the way up to like 4.5. Then it filled my order, right? And it took like 20 minutes to 30 minutes to fill my order. So I was pissed because like I pressed the button at that time and it took the money from my Robinhood account, right? It took the money from my buying power. After it took the money from my buying power, like I didn't have access to the money. And then when I click on the transaction to cancel the transaction because I see that it hasn't went through, I'm trying to cancel the transaction because this is a volatile position. That this stock is just moving. This cryptocurrency is just moving up and down like crazy, and it doesn't give me the option to cancel the position. So I don't know what price that Robinhood is locking me into this position, right? This is really annoying. Okay, I had this problem. Now I was still able to double my money on Dogecoin, but if the trades would have executed properly, I probably would have tripled my money. Like I lost a lot of money with the market makers, right? I send in my order and they take the money, but they don't give me the order. Like I don't have the actual what I bought. I have to wait like 20 minutes and then they give it to me, right? So then when they give it to me, it just makes me pretty upset about it. It's just like, yo, like this is not the price I bought in. Same exact thing happened when I went to sell the same position. I tried to sell the position when it was at 8, right? When it was at 8 cents. Of course, they executed the trade, I think, at like 5 something. That's a massive difference, yo. That is an insane difference. And, I understand why a lot of people are pissed off at Robinhood because, that really pissed me off. All right? That really ticked me off. Now, banning traders from buying, banning traders from purchasing shares in all these different stocks, I don't necessarily think that Robinhood. So for the most part, I'm not necessarily faulting Robinhood for not offering those trades because for the most part, what I believe happened, I believe Robinhood's market makers called them up and told them, look, you're not selling these shares today. And when they called Robinhood and told them, look, you're not selling these shares today, what's Robinhood going to do? Robinhood is going to pass on the information to their traders. And this is when we get a message on our phone saying, oh, you can't buy these shares, or, this stock is no longer supported. I don't think that was a decision from Robinhood. I think it was a decision from Robinhood's, partner company. Okay. And then now Robinhood's taking the hit and everyone's pissed off at Robinhood. Now, this leads into me answering my second question. Will I leave Robinhood? And the answer is, it's a very easy answer. No, I'm not going to leave Robinhood. Now, the reason why I'm not going to leave Robinhood is, number one, it would be a mess to leave Robinhood From what I've seen on a lot of Reddit forums, it's a mess to leave Robinhood. Depending on what broker you're transferring to, some brokers, I don't know if this is true, but I hear that some brokers you can transfer all your stocks from Robinhood to the new broker. But I hear that other brokers you have to sell out all of your positions, and then you have to cash out your money like to your bank account, and then you have to send the money from your bank account to the new broker. And for someone that has, made some money and you've had a Robinhood account for a couple years and you're doing the whole buy and hold position, like me, like I'm holding Tesla and I'm buying Beyond and I plan to hold Beyond. Well, in this scenario, I don't want to sell because I would have to pay taxes on these holdings. So I don't want to sell. However, what I have been doing for the past year is I've been diversifying to other apps. And this is one thing I totally recommend everyone to do if you're watching this. If you have a large percentage of your money on Robinhood, leave it there. Leave it there. Don't just sell off. Just leave it there. And just start putting money in other apps. Yeah, just open up a Webull account, put some money in Webull account, open up a Charles Schwab account, open up a Fidelity account, spread your money out. Because when this went down, when Robinhood said, oh, you guys couldn't buy these stocks, I went to different brokers. I went to Charles Schwab, and I didn't have any problems on Charles Schwab, and I went to Chase, and it looked like I could buy GameStop on Chase, and I went to Cash App, and looks like you could buy AMD on Cash App. So when you have money on different apps, it just gives you a little bit more flexibility if something like this goes down. Robinhood has definitely had this reputation, outages and stuff like that. But I think that somebody needs to pay for this one. Yeah, I think that someone needs to pay because a lot of people lost money because they couldn't, Robinhood just stopped things. They just stopped things on their traders. And it was wrong. It was dirty, and yeah, something needs to happen. Yeah, something needs to come along this, because how can we trust the market if we know that, a hedge fund can control the market, and then, maybe someone can it's just manipulation, bottom line. It's just manipulation. I don't know what else to say. So this is a different type of video. Thought I would just, make this video because people, people ask the same questions all the time. What's in your Robinhood account, and are you going to leave Robinhood? So I thought I would just answer your question. If you guys want to sign up for Webull, there will be a link in the description below for Webull if you guys want to sign up for Robinhood. I mean, I'm not leaving Robinhood. I'm still on Robinhood. There'll be a link in the description below. Happy trading. Hang in there. I mean, if you want to hold your shares, hold them. If you want to sell them, sell them. Whatever makes you happy. But anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out, y'all.